Today's learning has been sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Ilan Hakimian, Refuah Shelema of Kol Cholei Amo Yisrael. Last week we finished the second chapter of Berachot. This week we're starting the third parak, Parak Shalishi. And the third parak continues with people who are exempt from the mitzvah of Shema Yisrael. Again, the reason mainly being their inability to focus. Last week we spoke about someone who we started with someone who is working and unable to have kavanah if you should continue Shema Yisrael. We spoke about a chatan. And this Mishnah, the beginning starts with, again, Vivach Navasha, we say, the opposite side of the life spectrum. Mi shemeto muta lefanav. Someone who's dead, their dead relative, the relative who has passed away, is in front of them. Mi shemeto muta lefanav. Their dead, the relative who passed away is in front of them, meaning they have to bury them right now. They are currently what's called in halacha, there's two states in halacha. There's one called onen, and there's one called aver. Onen is before the body is buried, the relatives, the immediate relatives, which involve children, siblings, parents, shouldn't be for parents, inshallah, or spouse. Any of the 7 relatives of the person, they immediately go into status of onen. Whenever the person passes away, until the body is buried, they are exempt. We're going to see, not just from Shema Yisrael, they're exempt from all mitzvot. They don't perform any mitzvot. Nothing. The Torah does not obligate anything from them. Any of the mitzvot aseh, any of the positive commandments of the Torah, any of the requirements that Hashem has to do something positively, the Torah exempts them from. Don't worry about anything. You have to focus on one thing right now, and that's to bury the body. Again, it's only mitzvot aseh. It's not mitzvot lo ta'aseh. It's not negative commandments. If God said do not do something, it doesn't mean that suddenly they can, go have a non-kosher steak or go do something that's forbidden. But something which is a positive commandment that Hashem says do something, positive requirement that God says, they can sit and they don't do it. Not just they can, they have to sit. They're not allowed to, actually. The way we say the halacha, they're not allowed to perform any mitzvot. They're not allowed to, patur, as the Mishnah says over here, patur mekiriyat shema, umina tefillah, umina tefillin. He's exempt from Shema Yisrael, exempt from tefillah, exempt from any tefillot, and from tefillin. He doesn't put on tefillin until the body is buried. And after the body is buried, they become obligated in mitzvot again. They have to keep the mitzvot already.
So in these special scenarios where the mat is not buried sometimes for 2 days, 3 days.
There's sometimes, I'm saying, in Italy, for example, they have a lot of legal issues. Until they can bury the body, we dealt with it once with Berachot. This is always like this. That because of the legal things that they have to go through until they can bury the body,
everywhere is like this.
It takes a couple of days.
We are very
Over here, and Israel even more than us, but even in Iran, they'll tell us whenever someone passed away, and the Mishnah is talking in this context, never more than a few hours. Within a few hours, everybody was coming to take care of it, and within a few hours, even at nighttime, they were burying. Here in New York, we don't bury at nighttime. We don't have the option to bury. In Israel, they bury at nighttime. But everything within a few hours, they were taken care of. There was no time lag in between. If there's a time lag, or for example, someone has to fly, they want to fly to Israel. They're burying the body in Israel, and they want to fly to Israel. So they have a lot of time on their hands, and they're not actually dealing with the burial issues. There's 2 opinions about it. There's a very, very big machloket about it. I don't wanna get involved.
Do they delay the burial?
We do our
intentionally?
best. No, we do our very
If let's say
best.
the children living
According
in
to
Italy longer
halacha,
than
it's
this,
forbidden to delay the burial unnecessarily.
so if let's say
It's
the children of, let's say, a parent are living in different parts of the world.
So our minhag, or the way we do it, is if there are children that will come and they'll get on a flight ASAP, we will wait for the children to be able to come. But for others, even for brothers or others, brother, it depends. It depends. Sometimes you have a brother who's like very important in the family and they need to be there. It's something else. But just somebody else that wants to come, wants to make it, we don't wait for them. Other than the children. In general, there's a prohibition from the Torah, malin. The prohibition. There's an aseh and a lo ta'aseh to allow a body to stay, to delay a burial. In general, halacha is as soon as a body passes away, you have to bury it right away. The only exemption is helino lichvodo. If you do it for his honor. If you do it for his honor, if you do it for, and he has children, for example, that have to make it and they're on their way. But even that, if it's going to be, they're going to come in a week from now, you don't delay for a week. 1 day, 2 days maximum. Yeah, 3 days, you're pushing a lot. 3 days, 1 day, 2 days maximum. In Israel, even lichvodo, even in honor of the met, they don't push off a burial. They say right away you have to do it. If we're buried in the middle of the night, we bury in the middle of the night. You don't push off a burial for anything. Yosef was that way. They buried him in the middle of the night. If they waited till the morning, they buried him in the middle of the night, and still there are estimates that almost 1 million people came to Yerushalayim. They said over 800,000 for sure. They said maybe 1 million came. If they would have waited till the morning, they might have had 1.5 million people. He was the only one, I think. Rav Ovadia said 1 million people at the Etanya. Then you have Nose'eh HaMitah. Nose'eh HaMitah is those who have to carry the met. Those who are immediately, may not be relatives, but they have to take care of the body. Or they have to carry the body. Here's Nose'eh HaMitah, those that have to carry the body, but it also includes a shomer. Generally, we have, according to halacha, what we always try to do is when someone passes away, there's someone that's always with the body. You never leave the body by itself. There's a halacha, we call it shomer. Shomer is a Jewish person that he's responsible to always be with the met. Our minhag always that person he would read Tehillim for the neshama of the person who passed away, but you cannot leave him alone. But the person who's taking care of them are those that are carrying the body. And also the backups. There were people that when they were carrying the body, they didn't have cars back then. So they were transporting the body. They had people that were going with them. They weren't carrying the body, but if they had to switch somebody, they would go help them. Those before the body, those that are after the body. Those that are immediately needed in order to take care of the body, to wash the body, or to carry the body, Piturin, they're exempt from Shema Yisrael. They're exempt from all of they're exempt from but the backups of the backups, right? If you have a third group of backups, they're not immediately needed. You might not immediately need them to change. They're obligated in Shema Yisrael. They have to reach Shema Yisrael. Now, those that are immediate relatives are exempt from all the mitzvot, and as well that the shomer, the one who is taking care of the body, elu va'elu piturin min tefillah, but all of them are exempt from tefillah. Even the backups of the backups, those that are going with the body, they're exempt from tefillah. Because we said, what's the difference between Shema Yisrael and tefillah? Shema Yisrael, a person has to have minimum kavanah, 1 pasuk only. The rest, if he's reciting by rote, he fulfills the mitzvah. But minimum one. But tefillah, a person, he has to stand or he has to sit in one place. He has to have full kavanah. Even the backups that are going with the body, they're not able to have kavanah.
Why shomer is exempt?
Why is the shomer? Because he has to pay immediate attention to.
Using today the Chevra Kadisha there's a 4 or 5 man shift. All these guys are patur from tefillin and tefillah.
I have to check if they're patur from the other mitzvot also. They're patur from Kriyat Shema, those that are immediately right now dealing with
I'm
the
saying
body.
their work is
Now,
done.
now, whenever they finish with their work, they reach Shema Yisrael. Yeah, of course. They finish with their work. They finish what they have to do. They reach Shema Yisrael. But if their work takes place during that time, then they don't reach Shema Yisrael.
I'm saying it says patur kriyat shema, mina tefillah in parentheses, mina tefillin.
Yeah, no. So that's talking about the relatives. The first part. The immediate relatives, until it's taken care of, they're patur. Immediate relatives, they're patur from all mitzvot, not just from Shema Yisrael. Any mitzvah they don't keep.
Up until the burial.
Up until the burial. Then you have bet. We'll read through it very quickly because we don't really have this today. Ashkenazim have this. Kabru et hamet v'chazru. They had a minhag that right after the burial they would do similar to, at the didans that they have the avelim standing and everybody passes by them, or right after over here they have the avelim standing and everybody by them. They would do the same thing but flipped. They would have everybody would stand after the burial. After the body is buried, Ashkenazim still do this. I don't think we do this. And immediately after the body is buried, they stand in 2 rows. Everybody stands, and the avelim have to pass through the shura. The mourners have to pass through the line of people. So they buried the body, and now they want to do the shura. They want to do the line that the avelim have to go through. אם יכולים להתחיל ולגמור עד שלא יגיעו לשורה, יתחילו, ואם לאו לא יתחילו. Now, they have to estimate the time frame from when the body is buried until we get to the shura, to where we make the line. If there's enough time to say Shema Yisrael, still, they should say Shema Yisrael. But if there's not enough time to say Shema Yisrael, they should not even start to say Shema Yisrael. They should forget it. They shouldn't even start. If they have enough time, they should start. But if they don't have enough time, they shouldn't. Ha'omedim b'shura, and we'll finish with this, those that are standing in the shura, those that are standing in the line, ha'penimim, those that are in the front, that immediately, that they're giving the tasliyat straight to the avelim in the front, they're exempt. They're peturim from Shema Yisrael. V'hachitzonim, but those that are more on the outside, chayavin. They're still obligated. Meaning someone who is directly involved, the idea here, someone who is directly involved in this mitzvah, and taking care of this mitzvah, they're exempt from Shema Yisrael, they're exempt from tefillah. But someone who is not directly involved in the mitzvah, they're not exempt, they're obligated in the mitzvah of Shema Yisrael.
So in our particular case, for example, somebody like Amir Rami, technically, everything that he does,
if it's something that's like late in the morning and he has to be involved with it, and there's no one taking care of it, and no one, he would be exempt from Shema Yisrael. If he doesn't have time. But again, these days we have Chabra Kadishas, you pass it on to them. They take care of most of it themselves.
He's exempt.
This you have to imagine. No, he's not allowed to even. He cannot do it. He's not allowed. There is sometimes you have exempt if he wants, he's allowed to. Sometimes you have exempt if he wants, he's not allowed to. Here, he's not allowed to. You say, don't do it. You have to focus on the mitzvah. You're doing a mitzvah that you have to focus on. Don't worry about other mitzvahs. So that's the point of this.
you want to go through Gimel real quick?
No, Gimel is a big thing. We're gonna talk about it next time. Right?